Hello, everyone. Now, I want to talk about my favorite vampire movie, Fright Night. Tom Holland. This was his first time, writer and director. He's never did anything before. So this was his very first movie and his very first script that he wrote. And it only took him 3 weeks to write Fright Night. And it was based on The Boy Who Cried Wolf, and I can actually see why. So he looked at The Boy Who Could Cry Wolf and go, oh, this would be an interesting vampire take on The Boy Who Could Cry Wolf. That was written to me as a story before I go to bed at night. And it was one of those Boy Who Cry Wolf. So if you've never read that, check it out, and you would see why. So it took him 3 weeks to write this. And he wanted Sanderson to be the vampire. So he sent the script to him, and he's going, well, Sanderson's like, well, I don't want to do a horror, and I don't want to work for someone, first-time director, first-time writer. But his wife read the script and said, you should really consider this. The script is incredible. So he went to meet with them, and they clicked. So they were really happy and they clicked. And the guy who played Evil Ed, he wanted to play Charlie. They thought they called him up to play Charlie. And he says, no, we called you up to play Evil Ed. And he's like, But it all worked out. He said when he went down there and it clicked with him, yes, I'll play, Evil Ed. And it all worked out really well. And Charlie was always the guy they wanted. So there was no one else. But Peter Vincent was the guy that Peter Vincent, they wanted Vincent Price. But somehow they couldn't get Vincent Price. He might have not been interested, I'm not sure. Then they went with McDowell, and McDowell was like, well, I can't, they wanted Vincent Price. Vincent Price would be way better than me. And then it all turned out in the end, he said yes to it, and honestly, to me, that's his best role. I guess he was in some other movies, Class of 1984, I believe, and some other movies. A movie with Brad Pitt in it. He's been in some of these movies before, but Peter Vincent, to me, McDowell, that was his best role. And the girl who played the girlfriend to Charlie, she wasn't in the sequel, because she went on to do Married with Children. She was Marcy in Married with Children, so she couldn't do the sequel. Now, the sequel had a whole bunch of issues. And, but before I get into the issues of Fright Night 2, let me just say one more thing. Sanderson went to Holland and said, vampires change into bats. Well, I would like to be a fruit bat. So that's why you see him in Fright Night always eating fruit, indicating he turns into a fruit bat, indicating that his genes, that's why he keeps on eating, fruit and has the apple as he walks down the stairs and so forth and like that. But in Fright Night 2, they had some issues. There was the company who was putting the movie together was going through some hard times. There was some stuff, really strange stuff going on, so they postponed the movie. It was supposed to come out nationwide. They postponed it. It was in Vancouver. They advertised it like crazy. They showed the trailer like crazy. And I thought the movie maybe stopped production. I didn't think it was done. And I really wanted to watch it. And it never came to my hometown. And I was like, okay, I guess they never made the film. And then years go by, and all of a sudden I find out it went into only selected cinemas. It made money, so they wanted to do a third one. But that fell flat because McDowell, the guy who played Peter Vincent, got sick and, well, couldn't do it. So they have a book that's out, a novel that's out, that I believe it's out now. And I want to get a hold of it. I haven't read it yet. But they also brought out comic books. And I liked the comic books a lot. I lost all my comic books, though, unfortunately, in a flood in the basement. So I'm trying to collect them again because I liked the characters. But in Fright Night 2, I finally found a VHS tape. Well, I didn't find it. I didn't even realize it existed. I thought they didn't even make the movie. I was in Lindsay, Ontario, and I found it at a video store. Bought it, came home, and I had some issues with it. I really liked the movie. but I had some issues with it. So I decided to re-edit the movie, re-edit it in my way, the Branson way. So I did, and it's on YouTube. So if you wanted to check out the cuts that I made to Fright Night 2, check out what I did. The click will, it will be down below. Just click on it, and you can watch the Branson version of Fright Night 2. So stay creepy, everyone. Check out my channel. Check out my edited version of Fright Night 2. I took out about 10 minutes and even a few seconds here and there. But enjoy your day, stay creepy, and bye for now, everyone.